Today we got a little something newer. 8 TB personal drive, the MyCloud Home Duo. This doesn't look like like the ones that I've seen before, so I don't really know what to expect. I pulled the plastic off, but I haven't cracked it open yet. Why don't we go ahead and do that? I got a feeling if this isn't what they advertised it as, I might be having to make one of them return trips to Best Buy. Okay, it comes with the Hello warranty card thing. Keep that close by, because I fully intend to use every bit of warranty that it's got. These types of setups, I usually have to count on that eventually. So we've got the AC adapter, nothing special, and a network cable, again, nothing special, and another piece of literature that probably won't get read. All this plastic, what the heck? Now this looks a lot more cheaply made than the previous version. Anyhow, that's all you got for connections on it. 2 USB 3.0 ports, network connection, and the power connection. Again, this is the 8 TB version. That you're supposed to be able to swap the drives out on, but I don't see a release button, unless that's what that little silver spot is right there, or if you have to have it plugged in to do the electric pop thing for it. But I'm gonna spend my time setting this sucker up tonight, and then we'll see how reliable it is. These are supposed to be sent with 2 Western Digital red drives in them, but you're also supposed to be able to swap them out. If you can't swap them out, I got a problem with that, and it will go back. But here we go. Thanks for watching. Alright, I figured it out here. It does pop up, but it's held on with these rubber stoppers. And now for the moment of truth. Are they? In fact, they are Western Digital red drives. 4 TB each. Too bad I couldn't afford the 3 drive box. Then I could have set it up in RAID 5. There we go. Now to fill it up. That shouldn't take long. I gotta do this super. Oh no, don't. Okay. I'd like to introduce you to the new daddytech vlogging camera. Yes, yes. Compliments of Best Buy. Well, not compliments, because it cost a fortune. But this is what I've been saving up all my YouTube money for. Now, I've spent some of my YouTube money, but I've replenished it. Haven't done one of these in the car in a while. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Accessory. Plus, I've got a 100, actually, I don't know what it's called. The larger battery for this already. I accidentally ordered it for the camera I'm holding, and it won't work on this one. Power cable, USB, and you have to use this to charge their stinking camera. Can't use a regular USB. HDMI to mini HDMI, and then your oh, how nice. This one actually comes with the charging cable that charges the camera in my hand, as well as this new camera. Very nice. So this one doesn't actually have a cradle that you can put it on. And this one is not a little camera by any stretch of the imagination. It is a hoss. I've got big mitts and this thing just fits in it. Of course, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera or the strap on it. Now, this one does have built-in stereo microphones. You got your little focus ring on the front. You can do manual focus with it by hitting the little button right here. This does have a hot shoe where you can use external microphones or external accessories that are powered by the hot shoe. Your focus, photos. It's got the Exmor sensor. It is a 2/3. Of course, the battery's not on this, so it's not going to come on right now. You put your memory card right there. HDMI connects right there. It's got a night shot that actually functions as a night shot. And you can use the larger battery on here, which is the one I've got at home. Your AC in for your charging. Camera, your record button. External microphone, external audio jack, and a mini USB behind that door. This is a hoss. So you can either charge it with this, like the camera I've got in my hand, or that little port right there. Let's see if I can find the battery in this thing, and see if we can get it to power up even for a little bit, and I'll give you a little quick little video with it. I'll be really disappointed if I spend all that money on this camera and there's no battery. Oh, there it is. Jeez, tiny. That's not a very big battery at all. I'm glad I've got... Yeah, see, this is the NPFV70. This battery will actually work on the camera I've got in my hand. This one's got the NPFV30 on it. The 50 and the 70 will work on it, but the 100 will not. But the 100 will work on this camera. So here we go. Now I gotta shut you off because I gotta use the same the same memory card, because I don't have a separate one for this, and even though I spent as much as I did on it, this one doesn't come with one. At least if it does, I haven't dug that far down in the box yet. I found some online where they came with a 32 gig, but this one I don't see any in here, so I'm going to assume no. But I'll be right back with you. Next shot will be the 4K camera. Alright. Now, I can't shoot 4K with this because I don't have the faster memory card. It does require that. Now I'm getting ready to go back in and find out what the faster memory card would cost. Got a feeling it's gonna hurt. But here's your little quick shot. Get you an idea. See through my dirty windscreen. 5.1 surround sound. Oh, that is awesome. Built right into the camera. So no matter where you're at, the sound's going to come out right. That is very nice. Now that I've got it in my hot little hands, I'm enjoying this big time. But it is heavy. So, and I've only got just, well, I only had a hair of battery on it to begin with, so we're going to turn it off and go back to the CX220. I've had this thing for 2 years and it has been a little trooper. It fits real well in most pockets and everything else. And like I said, when I was doing the unboxing for this just now, this has the DC in, so it'll use that same charger to charge it that way. Anyway, I'm going to put this out, or put this up, and get back in there and see what the memory cards cost, because I want to do some 4K video really badly. Now, I don't get this. This is a 128 gig card for $79.95 or whatever, $79 anyway. They had a 64 that was also SDXC. This one is 90 megabits per second. The other one was 80 megabits per second, and it cost more. That one was, like I said, it was 64, half the memory this one has, and $99. This was $79. How does that make any sense? And who prices this stuff? Anyway, I'm going to load this in here so we can get some good 4K footage. Well, how's it going, folks? Been sent another little review item, I guess you could say, or items. Pulled in here and I'll share it with you. and sent these 3 flashlights for review. I don't need even the one. I've got several flashlights all over the house, all in my truck. So what I'm going to do is give these away. Now, just so you're aware of what you're trying to get, this is an LED light. It's very bright. It has a telescoping end on it, and basically when it's pushed all the way back like it is right now, it's probably about a good 3 or 4 foot kind of spotlight, and it's pretty bright. You don't look into it, it'll hurt your eyes. When you pull it out, it goes down to a little, like 5 or 6 inch concentrated square, which is a pretty bright little square too. Little push button on the end, and it's made out of milled stainless. I don't know if it's stainless or aluminum. Kind of looks like it might be aluminum. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a metallurgy specialist or anything here, so let's see if I can see down inside this thing. I'd say that's aluminum. Just looking at the threads, looks like aluminum to me. But like I said, they're fairly bright. Now, how long it'll last on these batteries, I don't know. I've used it quite a bit. It's nice to have a little handy thing. I mean, it'll fit in your hand. I can completely disguise it in mine, all but the little end there and there. But it's a flashlight. Does a good job. Doesn't appear to eat up the batteries. What I'm gonna do is, if you want to get one of, I can't talk today. If you want to get one of these, if you'll first you're gonna have to be subscribed, and then like the video, drop a comment down that you'd like to try to win one of these, and I'll go through and pick one out and we'll get it sent off to you. This isn't like a milestone video or anything else that I'm going to be like, it's not my so many hundredth video or my so many thousandth subscriber. I'd like to get like that, and as I get more and more review items, then I'll go ahead and start posting this stuff up, because I really don't need any more stuff here. I would kind of like to know something though. I've developed my first bunch of weirdness with my Escalade. The lights have come on, and they're staying on. My interior lights. Don't know why. I don't think I've got anything in here to pry this. Oh, doggone it. With my, I think I've got pet ants in here too, because I don't know why there's not a thing food related in my vehicle at all. And it's not constant, just occasionally I'll see an ant just strolling across something and give it a smush and flip it out the door. Yeah, I don't have anything. Anyway, can't get my interior lights to shut off for some stupid unknown reason. And making life kind of interesting for me. Now, I got to the post office, which is where I've just returned from. Oh, right there it is. Okay. You see, I knew there was a little notch in this that you can put a screwdriver or something in to change the bulb out. That was dumb. Brush across a bulb that's been on for 30 minutes with my bare finger and expect to not get burned. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't know why they're on. When I got to the post office, the passenger side rear door was open. Well, it wasn't open, it just wasn't fully shut. And it just had a little standing off the body a little bit. So I went around there and shut that, thinking, well, my lights will go off, because this one over here gets left open by me all the time when I get in here. And I shut it at the post office, nothing changed. I came back out, all the lights are still on in here. Nothing. All my lights are closed. Of course, my windows aren't up either, but I don't think that should have anything to do with it. Now, they were off when I got in here. And before I let this thing kill my brand new Optima battery, I'll yank every one of these stinking lights out. The only reason I came back to the house was to let the dogs out before I go to Nashville. Oh, shoot. Let's see if we can figure this one out. Alright, I have no clue. I give up. Anyway, I tried shutting all of them. I tried making sure there's not a door pin, which I don't see one on these doors. I didn't think there was, but I looked anyway. Yeah, I don't know. When I left, there was... I got in the truck earlier, they came on, I shut the door, they stayed on actually, and I only noticed it because that is so ridiculous. Why would you double pack something? But they stayed on the whole way to the post office. I went down to mail my godson a computer. And I figured that's what this was. Got a new solenoid in. My other one burnt out again, and this is not what I ordered. Doggone it. Freaking people. I'm going to show you a picture of what I ordered. And I didn't order this by the picture on the eBay ad. I ordered it by the part number. I'm going to post a picture of it right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to try and find a couple pictures with the part number. I need to get this grass cut. Alright, now after looking at that for a few seconds, look at this and tell me how it's even remotely close to the same part number. This is what happened the last time too. I've got a wrong one on my riding mower right now. Another one that's the wrong, it's the right, it's made the same. It's just not the right one for that tractor. This one is an NY16K3. This will not mount or stay mounted to my tractor at all. Yeah, it's a 12 volt, and that may mean all the difference. I don't know. But this is the second one that I've got that was the wrong doggone one. And my tractor won't start with either one of the newer ones. And the reason I ordered them is because it wouldn't start with the other one that I had on it already. The one that I replaced last year because the tractor wouldn't start with the key. And I can start it with that one, but I got a jumper across the two posts, which kind of negates the whole point of having a solenoid that works on there anyway. And I've got to go let my dogs out and head to Nashville so that I can get my tux for my son's wedding Saturday, 2 days from now. And I mean, there's been no sense in trying to do any job hunting for my new career. I've done a bunch of it, but mostly it's just putting in for stuff. And a lot of these temp services are the only people's. I cannot talk today for nothing. A lot of these temp services are the people calling me back. I'm not interested in any more temp jobs. Temporary services, I've said it before, are the biggest blight on society. Especially in an at-will employment state. Because that's just another freedom that employers get where they can just say, oh, I don't like the way he looked at me today. He doesn't work here anymore. Find me somebody else. I'm at the age now where I'm ready to be somewhere permanently. Settle down, stay at a place. I thought I had that with this place I was working at. No, not so much. Place I was working at, 5 years. Of course, I worked from home most of it. All but like a few weeks I was in the office. But most of it I worked from home for 5 years, and I'd just gotten things all figured out because I changed all of our rules and metrics and everything else around. Just got all that working like I needed it to, and come in and they laid my whole team off. So HealthSpring no longer has its own help desk. And it's not it wasn't just me and a couple other people, or just me. It was like, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us that they laid off. 8 people that made up the help desk for our side of the business. And then occasionally, like, the floor support in each one of the different facilities would get on the phones and help out if we were really swamped. But now they're going to have to do it all themselves, and I know they're going to hate life, because we took a huge burden off of them. And I'd venture to say, of course, what the other side of the house did was bring in a bunch of people at half our pay, and all they do is write up a ticket, sling it off to somebody else, which you're not resolving anything doing that, but that's how they're doing everything. So, okay, so be it. I was hoping that I'd be able to go back to floor support just so I could keep my job and keep working, because I don't like not working. It's driving me completely nuts. But we weren't able to access, and nobody I've talked to has been able to access our jobs portal that they're telling us that we're supposed to have access to. Nobody was able to get into it at all, because they disabled every one of our logins as soon as, oh yay, it went off finally. They disabled every one of our logins as soon as we got laid off. Matter of fact, before the call was even over, my system was shut off. I was like 3 minutes into her reading this long paragraph. Well, as of today, your position has been dissolved and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And while I'm still sitting here crapping myself over what's going to happen now, because I thought I had it all figured out. I actually had the job figured out and thought we were doing a good enough job that we'd all have our spot here still, or if they were going to switch over to the other side of the house doing all the help desk, they'd just switch us over there, and I figured that's how it would work out. No. They just kill off our little branch of it and go on their merry way. But I'll figure something out. Hopefully this is just another little hiccup in the road to something better. That's the only way I've got to look at it, because anything else is just depressing. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Like I said, if you want one of these flashlights, oh, that's one without the, I don't know how to figure out which one's got the bulb and which one don't. Oh, there it is. But if you want one of these flashlights, just, like I said, you got to be subscribed. Hit the like on the video, and drop a comment down there. I'd like to be considered, or whatever. Just however you want to. Give me the flashlight, will get you just ignored completely. I don't play the demanding, entitled thing. Just because you watch my videos don't mean that I'm going to take abuse from you. I usually ignore the smart alecks and well, not the smart alecks. That actually, sarcasm and humor are two of the things I appreciate. But if you want to be considered, just put some kind of comment saying you'd like to be considered, and what I'll do is just add up or make a list of all the names. And I did this before on daddytech with the hard drive I gave away, that Toshiba external hard drive, the little spy cam keychains that I had 3 of those, well, 2, and a buddy of mine donated another one to the cause, to where, because I screwed up, he helped me out with that. Of course, like he said, he wasn't going to use them. They were just going to sit there and collect dust in his drawer. But that wasn't the point. That was my screw up. But he helped me out with it, and I appreciate it. Yeah, just let me know you'd like to be considered, and I'll go ahead and once I'll give this about a week, because I know people don't usually get around to seeing my videos right away. Most of them come over a week's time. If you haven't watched this after a week, I'm sorry. But what I'll do is in a week I'll make a list of all the names and number them, so I've got everybody's name on the list with a number, and then I'll go into random.org and let it just automatically pick a name for you. But that's all I got for now. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. If you're new to the channel and you kind of get an idea you'd like what you saw, or if you like watching computer stuff, mechanic stuff, I mean, I pretty much do a little bit of all of it on here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.